In today's video, I'm going to do a quick review of how to put on and take off a KN95 particulate respirator mask. Stick around and we'll get going in a minute. Welcome back, direct support professionals, service providers, and families. I'm Dr. Greenberg, and in today's video, I'm going to do a quick review of how to put on a KN95 particulate respirator mask. Many of you already know this, and we've covered this in other videos, but I'm going to do just a quick overview of putting on, taking off the KN95. Feel free to grab yours, follow along and practice, and let's get going. This is a KN95 mask, and it frequently comes in a transparent, translucent package like this. Let's take it out and look at the different components. There are two straps which will go around the ears. There's a metal nose clip which goes over the nose. So this would be the top of the mask, this would be the bottom. Frequently you will see the letters KN95 stamped. The mask opens like this, and this is going to go against your face. This is going to remain on the outside. Now that we have the mask and parts in place, let's get going with putting it on and taking it off. There are 4 steps to properly put on a KN95 mask. Step number 1, each and every time you put the mask on, you have to wash your hands. 1 full minute using the WHO technique is the best. For those who follow the CDC guidelines, it's 20 seconds. I strongly encourage everybody to go with the 1 full minute. Step number 2 is going to be to put on gloves. Step number 3 is going to be applying and putting on the mask itself. And step number 4 is going to be adjusting the nose bridge and positioning the mask. Those are the 4 essential steps. Once you've washed your hands, you want to make sure and put on your gloves. This is a critical part of properly putting on the mask. It's essential that you put on a fresh pair of gloves each time you put on your mask and each time you take off your mask. The type of gloves you use is not so important. They can be latex, they can be nitrile, but putting on the gloves so that you're starting with a clean pair of gloves and protecting against infecting your hands and contaminating yourself with virus is essential. Once your gloves are on, the next step is to put on the mask. Generally, we advise keeping it in a paper bag as opposed to a plastic bag. This prevents moisture accumulation. You want to reach into the bag, take out the mask by the strap. Again, you don't want to touch, ideally, the inside of the mask, since this part you want to always be clean. Now, once you have the mask, take the straps, position the metal piece above, facing upwards, put the mask over like this, and put the nasal straps in place. Once you have the mask over your face like this, the last step is to seal the nasal bridge. It's important when doing this not to pinch it and form a V. That will cause an air leak. What you want to do is smooth it down. Use your fingers, smooth it down along your nose. Smooth it down to get the best fit. Once you have the mask positioned, the last step is to do what we call a seal test. or seal check. That helps to tell whether the mask is properly seated on your face. There are two components to it. One way of doing it is to hold your hand above and below and exhale. When you exhale, you should see the mask bulge out slightly, and you should not feel air leaking out around the mask. If you feel air leaking out up into your eyes or below, you want to again try to reseal using the face bridge, the nasal bridge, and that will hopefully give you a better seal. The next portion of the seal test is to inhale in a vigorous fashion, and watch what happens to the mask. You can see that when I inhale, the mask is sucking in. That helps tell you that you have a good seal. Now, to take off the mask, you want to first wash your hands. Then you want to put on a fresh pair of gloves. And when you take off the mask, you want to do it in a way nice and slow, so it comes off like this. You don't want the mask flopping around. You don't want to touch your body or your face with the outside of the mask. Once it's off like this, you can drop it into your bag. And then the last thing you want to do is take off your gloves. And notice I am not touching the contaminated surface of the glove. And that's it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It makes it much easier for me to make more of these videos. Stay safe, and thank you for what you do.